When I was 22, I had $17 in my bank account, 2 unpaid parking fines, and a LinkedIn bio that said aspiring creative. That's a nice way of saying unemployed and delusional. I Googled how to make money without crying, and what came up was mostly scams or just start a YouTube channel, which is rich coming from some guy sitting on a beanbag chair with 4 million subscribers. So I did what all men do when life feels unstable. I tried everything and failed at most of it. Dropshipping, crypto, pretending I could design logos. I once made $5 selling a playlist to a stranger in Portugal. That was the highlight of my quarter. But now I'm still broke, but strategically broke, because I found 10 actual side hustles that work. They're unhinged, they're weird, and they don't require being a coding genius or starting a $10,000 vending machine business. Let's go. 1. Sell stock photos of sad, weird, or awkward things. I once uploaded a photo of my foot in a sock that had a hole in it, titled it Capitalist Fatigue. Sold for $2. That's $2 more than I had before. You don't need a camera, just your phone, decent lighting, and the ability to name random photos like you have a degree in art theory. Upload your misery to Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, or iStock. The trick? Caption it like it's in a museum. Your dirty sink equals postmodern domestic collapse. A ceiling fan? Dizzy hope. A half-eaten sandwich? Loneliness with mayo. It adds up, and suddenly your depression is tax deductible. 2. Rent out the crap you forgot you owned. I had a tripod, a lav mic, and 2 ring lights from when I thought I'd be a lifestyle vlogger. Never used them. Rented it out for $40 to a girl filming makeup tutorials for her cat. There's probably stuff under your bed you can monetize. Foldable tables, pop-up backdrops, unused kitchen gear, your entire failed hobbies shelf listed on peer-to-peer rental platforms. Or just make an Instagram highlight called Rent My Stuff. One guy rented his air fryer for $5 a day. $5 to not cook. Capitalism is beautiful. 3. Freelance the thing you're only slightly good at. You don't have to be elite. You just have to be confident and available. I once made $100 writing someone's dating profile. It said, recovering gifted child, emotionally punctual, speaks fluent meme. She got 12 matches. I got cash. Freelance platforms are full of people willing to pay for it. Voiceovers with accents you can barely do. Editing resumes with no real HR experience. Creating logos entirely in Canva. You're not scamming. You're helping the chronically overwhelmed feel like they've done something productive. 4. Sublet your space. Like an indie hostel owner, my friend turned his studio apartment into a creative retreat by buying incense and a thrifted rug. He charged $50 per night and offered free tea bags. People actually booked it. You don't need a mansion. You need decent lighting, good sheets, and the ability to say things like minimalist aesthetic, digital detox friendly, architectural calm. You can sublet a desk space, a room corner with a chair, a hammock in your backyard, a tent with Wi-Fi. List it, price it, and pretend you're the founder of a slow-living commune. 5. Be a UGC creator, even if you're mid. User-generated content equals making videos for brands without needing a single follower. I got paid $200 to pretend I was obsessed with a protein powder I'd never tried. Said it made me feel like a bear with emotional balance. Brand approved it, posted it, I got paid. The formula is simple. Hold product, smile like you're in love. Say one line like, I didn't believe in this. Until now. You can apply on sites like Bara, Billo, or reach out to small brands directly. Just remember, you're not trying to go viral. You're just selling enthusiasm. With decent lighting and good eyebrows, you can literally pay rent. 6. Sell shut art with conviction. I once spilled oat milk on a canvas, traced around it in pen, and called it The Persistence of Emotion. Posted it for $30. It sold. People don't want good art. They want mysterious sadness. They want to tell friends, The artist was in crisis when they made this. Make scribbles that look like breakdowns, collages with old receipts, doodles that feel like dreams you had once in 2016. Sell it on Etsy or Gumroad. Package it with a moody quote. You're not a failed artist. You're a misunderstood prophet with allergies. 7. DJ with just Spotify and sunglasses. I DJ'd my friend's housewarming with nothing but my laptop and a playlist called Depression with Bass. Got paid $150 and a croissant. You don't need turntables. You need an aesthetic, a vibe, and the ability to say, my sound is genre agnostic while pressing play. Offer your services at low-key parties, thrift markets, yoga studios that play trap beats. Your aunt's wine night. You're not a DJ. You're a vibe facilitator. 8. Ghostwrite breakup texts and emotional essays. I once got paid to write a breakup text that began, "You deserve someone who isn't still haunted by their ex's Spotify playlists." She cried. He Venmo'd me $75. People hate confrontation. You can monetize it. Breakup texts, birthday cards, "Sorry I was weird last night" paragraphs. Captions for when someone posts a soft rebrand selfie. Charge by emotional damage, $10 for light drama. $30 for guilt-heavy ones. $100 if there's a shared pet involved. It's like therapy, but unethical. 9. Be a professional hype man. I followed a friend to a pitch meeting and whispered, "You're a visionary," in his ear 3 times. He closed the deal. I got a $50 lunch and felt like a spiritual bodyguard. Offer, confidence coaching, aka compliment delivery. In-person hype energy. For events, pitches, interviews. Emotional backup during tough roommate convos. Say things like, "This guy rebranded failure. She once sold sand to a camel. His middle name is Execution." You're not being extra. You're just monetizing your belief in people. Or pretending to. 10. Sell fake productivity PDFs. I once made a Notion template called Renaissance Routine for Men Who Spiral. It had a checklist, a moody font, and a quote from Seneca. Sold 20 copies at $7 each. People don't want to do the work. They want the aesthetic of doing the work. So create journals with space for vague thoughts. Morning systems with bullet points like breathe with purpose. Study guides for people who don't study. Package it, sell it on Etsy or Gumroad. Add a minimalist cover. Say, as featured in no publications. Profit. Final note. Chaos is a currency. You don't need to be polished. You need to be curious, chaotic, and slightly shameless. Try something. Fail, pivot. Sell napkin scribbles. Write emotional emails for strangers. Be the guy who DJs brunch using only breakup songs. Side hustles aren't about building empires. They're about buying yourself time to figure it out. So do something weird, charge money for it. Say it's intentional. That's the secret. You're not broke. You're pre-legendary. See you, bro.